Hey, Leo. Looks like you've got a choice coming up. Let's get into it. First things first. Um, this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. So only focus on what applies to you. Use your best judgment. No one can tell you what to do. So, and if you can't decide something, just sit tight. The answer will come to you. This is for entertainment and educational purposes. Let's get into this. I'm trying to get more readings up, but I'm still having issues. But just bear with me. These readings are good for 4 to 6 weeks. They are timeless, so whenever you land on this video, it's when it's meant for. The date is really just for recording or record keeping, just keeping track of the crap. Like I said, when you land on it, there's something in this message for you. So I'm just going to jump into it. We shuffle the deck and split the deck into 3 piles. And I'll take the bottom card on all 3 piles. And that's what I call the first 3. So these are here. I always read these right side up. I don't know why. That's how I was taught. My mother taught me, and I don't know what this format's called. I haven't been able to find it anywhere. But anyway, we'll jump in. If you don't have time to do a whole reading, you can just pull the first 3, and that should be, good enough. I don't like to do these every day, but some people do, so to each his own. I encourage you to get your own cards, your own book. So the first card is the Knight of Swords, and the court cards in the book that I use, A Complete Guide to the Tarot by Eden Gray, it references physical attributes, hair color, eye color. I'll give them to you, but people can change those. So it's mainly the characteristic of the card, the feelings that come off of the card. The Knight of Swords supposedly has dark hair, brown eyes. Girl or a guy, gender is neutral in tarot, so we all have feminine and masculine personality traits. So it's whatever applies. So this person is young, someone 25, 30 years old or younger. You may or may not have met this person. If they show up in the first 3, they are very important in your future. So you may not have met them yet. This could also be a relative, an aunt, an uncle, or a niece or a nephew, or your own children. I don't know how old you are. So, like I said, take whatever fits. But it is feeling like it's someone you have not met yet. This person is dashing, brave. They can be domineering, but they have a good heart. And this is a card with extremely fast energy. So it's a fast moving person. It can also represent the beginning of conversations, communication. So that's another reason why I feel it's someone you haven't met. So it could be someone that you just meet like here and there at the coffee shop, whatever, and just little tidbits of conversation start. The next card is the 3 of Cups. This card generally references celebration, so you're going to be celebrating something soon. It could be any level of celebration. It could be a big party, it could be a little party, it could just be, you know, something comfy and private. Sometimes this references a three-party situation. And looking at the other cards, I do feel like that may very well be the case. However, I feel like you're going to be the one making the choice, because I did say you're going to have a choice. You're going to be choosing between two people. So you're going to be choosing between him. Oh, you got 3 knights. I didn't notice that. All 3 knights are right side up, so they're all very good. So you may have a choice between 3 people. Sorry, I didn't realize. I thought it was just 2, so I may title this choice between 3. Woo. Okay, so like I said, I do think this is you're going to be the one making the choice. This card also references reconciliation. So if there's an ex might throw their hat back in the ring. So there might be a reference to that. Or you may just patch things up with an ex for the sake of the kids or whatever. So you just get along better, not necessarily get back together, but get along better. This card also references success, abundance, good luck, hospitality, like the pleasures in life, you know, good times, and a happy undertaking. So it's a pleasant, you might be asked to do something that, you know, will be a delight to you. So it may also be an invitation. The third card we have, this one's appropriate for Halloween. It is the number 13 from the Major Arcana and is the Death card. They really should call it the Rebirth card, because it is not all that freaking drama that they put on it. It is a rebirth card. It is a transformation card. It does mean the ending of something, but usually it's like a relationship or a cycle. Bad luck, you know, it's the end of something. So this card represents Scorpio. So you may be dealing with a Scorpio. You may meet a Scorpio. This may reference something happening during Scorpio birth season. So I don't remember off the top of my head where they are, but it's like October, November. This card references the sale of a house, end of a cycle, transformation, change, destruction followed by renewal, and may also be a change in consciousness. It references new ideas and new opportunities. So it's actually an optimistic card. Right side up, it's an optimistic card. There are a couple of cards in the deck that actually say, you know, may mean the death of a loved one. And those are the true death cards. So, anyway, getting into the rest of the reading, broken down in sections. The middle section here is what you're going through right now, how you're thinking, how you're feeling, things that may be influencing you, your current situation. The middle card is this one is generally you or how you're feeling. May also be someone else, because like I said, you're going to be meeting somebody, but this may be someone you already know. If you have children, your life revolves around your kids. This may be one of your kids, maybe you. The court cards, like I said, Knight of Wands. This one's blonde hair, blue eyes, hazel eyes. This person's young also, 30, 25. or younger. I'm not going to say unmarried because I feel like, people get married whenever. I don't think that's relevant. This person is an energetic warrior type of a person. They are generous. They can also be cruel and brutal. They are very hasty. So they're hasty in everything that they do. So they're like the kind of person that like rushes into the room and rushes out, or they never sit still. This may also reference a change of residence. Over here, they said something about sale of a house, so maybe buying a house or selling a house. Change of residence to me would indicate buying a house, so you may be in the position to buy a house. It also references immigration, quick departure, so that also goes with the change of residence and the change of residence and if you have to leave, I'm not saying you're gonna, get evicted, but most places you have to be out of there like the end of the month, and most people move in on the 1st, so something like that. You may run out of time and you may have to leave quickly. This card also references the coming or going of a matter or a person. This is a passionate response to something, and it could be on your part, it could be on someone else's part, and it could be a good response, it could be a bad response, but it will be passionate. I am feeling it's going to be bad just because of the cards that are here. So there may be like an opening for a lot of misunderstandings. So just be leery of that. Be careful of how you word things, especially if people have triggers and you don't want to piss them off or whatever. Doesn't matter which side you read first, but I'm just going to go with this one. This is the King of Swords. He is upside down. Dark hair, dark eyes. That's a mature person. Could be a guy, could be a girl, could be your father, could be your lover, could be your uncle, could be your aunt, a masculine person. This is also a card that references a divorced person or a soon-to-be ex. So those of you, there's a good bit that might be going through a divorce or a separation. And that might be why you might have to change your residence or leave quickly, or maybe they might have to leave quickly. The King of Swords upside down, is anybody upside down is generally not good, but this specifically references distrustfulness, suspicion, harsh, malicious, and a barbaric plot revealed. This is usually someone who's like in high government, but it's like they're out to get you, and I don't think they're going to succeed because it says that their plot is revealed. So I think you're going to get a heads up from that. So if you're going through a separation, your ex or soon to be ex is going to be a bear. There might be a war of words because swords are words. This person is going to, they probably have a really spiteful tongue. So this is probably someone you're probably not going to want to push their buttons. The card on the other side is from the Major Arcana. This is the number 20. That card is the Judgment card. Excuse me. The Judgment card being upside down references weakness, disillusion, fear of death, failure to find happiness, separation, divorce, possible loss of your worldly possessions. So that usually happens in a divorce. So you lose half your shit. So someone's going through a divorce. Someone's getting separated. It may be your decision, but the ex is pretty friggin' bitter. So the Judgment card may also reference a disagreement. So if you're not going through a divorce, there may be like a huge disagreement coming up, that's like equivalent to a divorce, because there's not a meeting of the minds anymore. There's just arguing and, throwing out words that can't be taken back. So that's important. So we're off to a bang. It looks like you're going through it right now. You do have some good people around you. You've got a young warrior that probably just needs to be reined in a little bit. Could also be your way of thinking too. But this card is more likely you. So I'm feeling like if you are going through a divorce or separation, you're getting the better end of it right now. But you are showing some weakness, and you're gonna have some hard times and some bad times. So it's it's not called fun. So just get ready, and like I said, if it's not a divorce, it may be just a big disagreement. So it's something of importance. Over here, we've got this area is the past. It is referenced in time by the card that's closest to the center is the closest in time. So this would be the recent past, and then further back into the past. The first card in the recent past is the Queen of Cups, upside down, light brown hair, hazel eyes. This person, I'm just telling you what the book says, okay? It says perverse character, intelligent but unreliable, dishonest, and immoral. So this person may be responsible for the divorce or the separation. And it could be a third party. It could be, a nosy mother-in-law or a family member or somebody. But this is not a nice person. Rhymes with witch. Further back in the past, we have Five of Pentacles upside down. This card references money regained after severe toil. So you went through something. I don't think it was a separation. You might have had the other meaning for this card is new employment, but it may not be permanent. It may be permanent, but it may not be permanent. So they're wanting you just to be prepared. So that might be the money that you regained. Maybe you were unemployed for a little while. And if somebody owed you money, or like say they held your pay or something, you got it. This card may also represent charity, new spiritual interest, and that, there's a reminder that there's always a reminder that there is help if you ask for it. So even though that card is in the past, there is always help if you ask for it. And I always think about food. So, there are food banks. It is not a bad thing to go to them. So, same with, food stamps and whatever. If you need them, take them. Take them. So furthest back in the past, we've got the number 2. I know it says Juno, but this is the High Priestess card from the Major Arcana. And this is keeping something a secret. So somebody was keeping something a secret, probably you. This card references inner wisdom, someone who knows their worth, hidden influences at work, so things that even you are not aware of. So things may have been happening at work, or things may have been happening in your family, like maybe gossip, or, people were talking and, you weren't being clued in or whatever. This card also references the perfect woman. And that, means either finding the perfect woman or being the perfect woman. And it is a card also for artists, poets, composers, and mystics. So I feel like that's you. I feel like you had things going your way, and you might have had a stumbling block, or, for some reason you lost money, but you were able to regain it. And some nasty witch was just, I don't know, very instrumental in upheaval in your world. So you'll know who that is, because that was in the past. So in the most recent past, I want to say last month or 2, 3, 4 months. You can go half a year, but you should know who it is. The Queen of Cups is who I'm talking about right now. Okay, so the past is the past. It's done. It's over. Let's go to the next group. This area is group activities. It's work. It's reunions. It's soccer practice, band, going to a concert. It's group activities. If you're a homemaker for work, it will reference your homemaking work and also family. So take it how it applies. The first card is the Ten of Swords. This card is right side up, and it is a nasty card. This card it references an end of a cycle. Now, we mentioned that before, so that's going back to the Death card. There is an end to some cycle. This card references ending to some heavy burden. So if you're getting divorced, that it could be something like that. If it's in the work area, it could also be you left a job. That was an end of that cycle. You lost that burden. This card also references serious despair. I'm not trying to freak you out, so just take it however. It's just warning that things are going to get a little rocky. So we'll see how it ends. So it also references ruin of plans. That's not the end of the world. Always have a plan B. So there may be some ruin of plans, and it may be out of your control, like especially if it's weather related. A hurricane could affect something, or It could be ruin of plans that way. Also references defeat and disruption of home. So tears will fall, and there will be trouble in spite of riches. So despite your financial situation or your position at work or in society, there's going to be some speed bump coming your way real soon. The next card is the Eight of Wands. This card is upside down. This references delay, stagnation in business and love, and jealousy. It also references many messages, desperate attempts to communicate, social media, texts. So could be a desperate, I usually take it as a desperate attempt to communicate with you. But it could go the other way, like you're trying to desperately reach somebody, and the jealousy could be on your part, but usually the jealousy is on someone else's part. They're jealous of you or what you have, or that you're seeing somebody new or whatever. The next card, the last furthest in the future, is from the Major Arcana. It's the 0. It is the Fool. And this is an optimistic card. It is telling you to keep dreaming. This is the card of the dreamer, the mystic, somebody who wants to accomplish greatness, someone who wants to make the right choice. This is also an unencumbered leap of faith, so just doing something you want to do, just wholeheartedly. It's the beginning of something good. So through the bumps and stuff, you're going to come out the end better. You'll be taking a leap of faith, and with the employment possibly being temporary, where was that? That was in the past. Maybe you're leaving that job now, but you're concerned about making the right choice. But just go on your merry way and be a dreamer. Just be lighthearted and do what you want. I mean, don't hurt anybody, but do what you want, Up here we have 2 theoretical roads to the future, and it's the same. This is the near future, furthest in the future. These cards are as a warning. Nothing is set in stone. You can take the advice of all of the cards or just some of the cards. There's not necessarily one road or the other. You could take the advice of this card and not take the advice of that card, or take this one. It's up to you. It's all up to you. So hold on a second. I gotta take a drink. And it doesn't matter which road you do first. I usually just pick one. So over here we've got from the Major Arcana, the 17 upside down. That's the Star card. That card represents Aquarius, or something happening during the Aquarius birth season. You may be dealing with an Aquarius. Upside down, however, it references pessimism, doubt, stubbornness, lack of vision, possible illness. So your pessimism or your anxiety you may actually make yourself sick. So And you'll notice this is in the beginning, and the Fool is further out in the future. So you're going to be depressed. You're going to be kind of down for a little bit, but you are going to be pulling out of it. The next card is the Ace of Wands. This card is also upside down. This references cancellation of a new enterprise, a trip delayed. This card referenced a delay. So some kind of trip is going to be delayed. Clouded joy, false start, and misstep. So it's just another speed bump. And cancellation of a new enterprise doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means it's being canceled for now. Things are being delayed for now. Furthest in the future on this side, we've got the Four of Cups. And this is a stationary period. This also references a surprise. You've got, after stationary period, you've got weariness. So you're probably needing to get some rest. If there's a stationary period and nothing's happening, just take naps, just sleep, take rest, recharge. It references being dissatisfied with your current success. So you're doing okay, but you're just not happy with it. Something's missing. Something's missing, so you're rejecting something because it's not everything that you want. That may be why the new enterprise is canceled. You might be switching partners or something, like if you're starting a business or something like that, you may be stopping and switching partners. This card also references kindness from others and reevaluating your goals and ideals and ideas. You're going to be switching something up. And there, the divorce and the separation, that could also be a business separation as well. So maybe something about some kind of new thing you were wanting to start. The other side, theoretical road to the future. The first card is Nine of Pentacles, black hair, black eyes, dark complexion. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck. It's kind of a lone wolf kind of vibe, young, 25, 30 or younger. This is a reference, get back on the horse. This is someone who's relentless, upright, responsible, laborious, and patient. This also references trustworthiness, the coming or going of a very important money matter. So you just recouped your money, or you're about to. Further in the future, we've got the number 6 from the major arcana, the Lovers. That represents Gemini, so something that, might happen during Gemini birth season, or might be dealing with the Gemini. This card references a good match, balance, falling in love, choice, temptation, choice between sacred and profane love. So if you are in a relationship, you may be cheating, you might be stepping out, or vice versa. Someone might be stepping out on you. 6 of Cups is the furthest in the future. We've got you're living too much in the past, outworn morals and ideas, possible inheritance or a gift from the past. It's like an in-out energy. Someone that's in and out of your life. And the book actually says worthless associates. So some people from your past you're hanging around with, you probably need to just let them go. If they're not a good influence, they're not bringing anything good to the table. It's seeming like, it was plural, so there's more than one. So these probably like childhood friends or maybe friends from a previous job. You just probably need to distance yourself. You'll know who these people are. If the person's worth it, of course, don't say goodbye to them, but if they're nothing but trouble, or you'll know. So looks like you're gonna have a choice. You may have a choice between 2 or 3. So I feel like you're probably gonna have 2 new and 1 person from the past. You might be leaving someone for someone else and then end up with an entirely other person. So that could be you might be choosing between 2 people, between a new person and the old person. And you may end up deciding to let them go for this 3rd person that you meet. Or no. There's a possibility that you might already know these people. But I do feel like the new person is someone you haven't met yet. It could go either way. So, if you're in a relationship, the separation, divorce, that may just be you having to choose sides. So it'll feel like a separation. Someone might go do the silent treatment because they're mad you didn't agree with them. So, look forward, go for the better future. Leave any unnecessary stuff in the past. Leave that past in the past. Stay optimistic. I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I've had one hell of a year. It has been. But just envision greatness. Envision what you desire. That's how you manifest. Picture yourself in that fancy car. Picture yourself laying on the beach. I had some extra cards. I pulled some extra cards, bonus cards. So the first one I pulled was the 4 of Pentacles. And this card references holding back, holding on to something. It may also be, greediness, whether or not it's valid, like holding on to your stuff for dear life. It may also reference gifts, inheritance. So you had another card that mentioned gift from the past or inheritance. Next card came out was number 21 from the Major Arcana, the World card. This card references Capricorn. So there may be a Capricorn significant in your circle. This card references completion, reward, success, triumph in all. Possible change of residence. You had that on one of the other cards. So there's going to be a change of residence for you or somebody close to you. References travel and, like cosmic consciousness, being, spiritually enlightened, that kind of thing. Spiritual guidance, spiritual knowledge, spiritual studying. The next card that came out was the Seven of Swords upside down, and the meaning in the book for that is possible unexpected good, sound advice, instruction, and wishes about to be fulfilled. So this one upside down, you're about to get something. Well, it says wishes, so it's plural. So some things are about to go your way. The next card was the the one of the major arcana, the Magician. This person has all the tools they need. They have everything they need to get what they want. This card references pure willpower, mastery, organization, creative talents, the ability to use power from above and direct it. So that's manifestation. So that's, picture what you want and just keep focusing on it and be optimistic. It can be something materialistic. It could be, you want love or whatever. Just picture yourself, having a loving dinner with somebody, and, they don't even have to have a face. Just picture it and the feeling that goes with it. You will manifest that stuff. You picture your perfect job, how you're dressed, what your desk looks like, what your office looks like, what your admin looks like. Just picture those things. That is how you manifest. The last card that came out was from the major arcana, is the number 5 card. This says Jupiter, but it's actually the Hierophant. This is divine guidance. So this card is a reference to look within. There's a reference to hiding things behind a veil, so not showing all your cards. It's the outer forms of religion, the ritual, the ceremony, social approval being important. Maybe not necessarily for you, but for someone close to you. They have a need to conform to society. That card's also learning lessons, wisdom, long commitment, and a reminder to stay on path. So things will eventually turn up for you. You're going to have a go of it for a couple of weeks, like 3 weeks, something like that. And then things will start turning in your favor. And I have a Korean flower deck, and I pulled one. The one that I pulled is the number 26. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm going to hold it here. It's a yellow flower. And the 26 may mean something to you. As with all the numbers that are on any of these cards, the repeated numbers are a sign that you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing. You're on the right track. In flower language, this card means I am a little wary of you. So someone that you meet might have their guard up. It may be you. You may have your defenses up against meeting someone new. And if you're going through a divorce, you may be like, to hell with society. I'm not talking to another human again. So it could be you, it could be someone else. Well, I hope this helped. I'm going to try to put more readings up more often. I'm still having internet issues, so there apparently seems to be nothing they can do about it. So I've lost a couple of videos. It's a nightmare. But I hope you have a great time, and have a blessed day. Thank you.